It's July the 26th, and this is your Pacific Palisades real estate market update. I'm James Respondek with Rodeo Realty. I've sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians. Here is this week's important market activity. There are 286 listings. 228 of those are land listings, and 58 are existing homes. Since the fire, we've sold 155 homes. 130 of those have been land listings and 25 are existing homes. We have 43 in escrow, 33 of those are lots, and 10 are existing homes. Let's go to the alphabet streets, the most active and one of the most popular neighborhoods of the Palisades, because you can stroll into the Caruso Village and enjoy all the good things that are in there. There are 29 active listings, 34 have sold since the fire, and with those, I'm sorry, the average price per square foot, which is the barometer on these things, $297 a foot. Just sold 931 Iliff Street, a 6,500 square foot lot, sold for $1,658,000 or $255 a foot. Now that had an important thing to know is what was a pre-existing home on this? That had a 3,568 square foot home on it, so add 10%. You know, you're getting up there towards 4,000 square feet on the faster track. Just sold 1006 Fisk Street, a 5,200 footer, sold for $1,450 or $279 a foot. Just had a smaller home on it, so that's not of consequence there. Just sold, oh, I love this street, 766 Hartzell, wider street. I love that because those alphabet streets are a little cozy. This sold for $1,830 or $281 a foot. A smaller house on that. Just listed 731 Iliff Street, 6,500 square foot lot, listed at $1,850 or $285 a foot. And just listed 1145 Chautauqua, a 5,300 square footer, $1,008,000. Now listen to this. This one had 25 square foot house on it, so add 10%, you could probably go 6,000 maybe on the faster track. Just sold 1107 Hartzell, a 6,500 square footer, sold for $1,600. What a deal. $246 a foot, so anything under $250 is screaming there. And that had, well, it was a 2542 lot, so you know you could put a, you know, maybe close to 3,000 square footer on that easier, but you'll go bigger probably on that. 764 Iliff, woo, an even better deal. 6,500 square foot lot, sold for $1,550. Now this is $239 a foot, woo, and it had on it 6,000 square feet. So, you know, you can go fast track 6,500 square foot lot. Amazing. Just sold 811 Galloway, a cozy 3,750 lot, sold for just over $1 million. What an entry level. Wow. Had a smaller house on it, but that came in at $270 a foot. And last but not least, 1010 Embury, a 5,200 footer. Wow, this sold for $1,650,000 almost, or $316 a foot, so that sold really well. Going above the alphabet streets and land listings, there are 19 active listings right now. 7 have sold since the fire, 1's in escrow, averaging $322 a square foot. And the latest to come on is 15007 McKendree Street. I'm sorry, that just went into escrow. It was asking $2 million. But let's go with the newest listing. Just came on 1403 Marinette. Is listed for just under $1950 or $101 a foot. Now, of course, that $19,000, not all of that's flat, so don't be too worried about that price per square foot there. Let's go to the Via Bluffs. That's the second most popular and most active part of the Palisades. Again, because you can stroll into the village and you can stroll to the bluffs and enjoy the views there. 34 active listings in there right now. 19 have sold. 3 are in escrow. The average price per square foot, $321 a foot. Just listed 410 Via de la Paz, a 7,500 square foot lot, had a big 7,200 square foot pre-existing home on it. Whew. So you can go big on that fast. That's listed for $2,768 or $369 a foot. 365 Mount Holyoke is just listed. This has a fabulous westerly view going up to Malibu along the coastline there. It's grossed at 10,500 square feet, but probably maybe half of that or so is flat. And that's coming in at $305 a foot. So it will be more on the usable. The list is 3.2. Just listed 15209 DePaul Street, 10,000 square foot, just about most of that's all usable. That had a big 7236 square foot house on it. So again, fast track a big house on that. Listed for $3.5 or $343 a foot. And just listed 616 Via de la Paz, 6,000 square footer, had a 3,150 square foot, 3,180 square foot house on it. Listed, wow, 3.1 almost, or 516 a foot. Feels a little rich there. See what happens. Just sold 15461 DePaul, 7427 square foot. I'm sorry, did I say listed? Just sold. Now this was listed at $1,750, went considerably over, almost $2 million or $269 a foot. Let's go to the Huntington Palisades, prime Huntington Palisades, probably the best part of the village area there. And we have 9 active listings, 17 have sold since the fire, 2 are in escrow, averaging $438 a foot. Just listed $821 Alma Real. An 8,000 square foot lot, had a 5169 square foot house on it, listed at $3.5 or $439. Wow, right on the button there for the average. Just sold $839 Toyota, 8627 square foot lot, sold for $3,850 or $446 a foot. Just listed 750 Toyota, a little over 8,000 square foot lot, had a 4,500 square foot house on it, so you can fast track like 5,000, listed at $3.5. We're going now to the El Medio Bluffs, so across Temescal, behind the high school there. 13 active listings, 7 have sold since the fire, 4 are in escrow. We're averaging $274 a foot. Just listed 16032 Miami Way, a 5750 foot lot. Now this had a 4324 square foot house on it, so you can fast track, 4,700 square feet. Listed at $157, or look at $274 a foot, right on the money there for the average. And just listed 581 Muskingum. This is 11,000 square foot lot. Now I think this kind of terraces down into that little mini canyon behind there. So it's not all completely flat, I don't think. Listed at $2 million or $174 a foot. Going to the Marquez Knolls. 44 active listings in there right now. 20 have sold since the fire, 4 are in escrow. We're averaging $204 a foot. Now this average gets a little wonky because not all of these properties are flat. Just listed, wow, this is a great entry level. Look at this, 16748 Edgar, 4742 lot. So it's a cozy lot, but look at $920,000. I mean, entry level for the Palisades, under $1 million. That's $194 a foot. And just listed 16909 Scenic Place. So that's up there. You take Lockman, I think, to Charmel, to Scenic. As it's named, aptly named, you do get some views from these lots. Almost 10,000 square foot lot, listed at $107 or $170 a foot. Pretty good. And just listed 1224 Lockman Lane, 9,000 footer, a little over 9,000, $2,750 or $304 a foot. So that feels a little on the rich side, but let's see what those views are like. Let's go to the Highlands. So we have some homes in the Highlands because the Highlands, has a lot of unburned areas up there, and so that offers a nice, a lot of nice existing homes up there. 8 active in the homes. 5 have sold since the fire. 1's in escrow. We're averaging, well, don't worry about this because that's a price per square foot on the lot, so we don't want to look at that. We have just listed 16718 Via Pacifica. That is a 5,300 square foot house on a 9940 lot listed for 4.2. And we also have just listed 16795 Monte Hermoso. This is a 3421 square foot house on a big lot, 30,000. Now some of this goes up the hill, I think, in the back. That's listed for $3 million. So that's a nice entry level, more entry level price point there. And just sold 1321 Avenida de Cortez. And that was 2,200 square foot house on a 6344 lot, sold for a little under $2 million. Let's go to the land listings in the Highlands. 24 active listings right now. 5 have sold since the fire. 2 are in escrow. Now this is what's important. $99 a foot is the average. Now bear in mind, some of these lots aren't completely flat, so that number will kind of move a little bit. Just listed 16763 Monte Hermoso, an 18,000 square footer, had a pre-existing 3,500 square foot house on it roughly. So we're coming in, we're at 1,499, coming in at $86 a foot. Now some of this lot does go up a little bit in the back. Just listed 1120 Cumbre Alta. Wow, 20,000 square footer. Had a good size 64, 63 square foot house on it. Listed for $3 million or $156 a foot. So that could be a little on the high side. We'll see what happens on that. I think it has some views too. Let's go to Castellamar land. So there are 7 listings in Castellamar right now. 9 have sold since the fire, averaging $254 a foot. 2 are in escrow. This is a nice offering, I think. 17740 Castellamar. Killer views, and it's right next to those little pathways that meander down through this front end of Castellamar. This is listed for $1.5 or $183 a foot. It's 8182 square foot. Now it's important to note it's a double lot, so it's double wide, got over 130 foot frontage. Maybe you get a little extra parking. Parking's a premium up there. Extra wide house. I don't know. Anyway, I like this offering. Great views. Last but not least, let's go to Sunset Mesa, my old hood. And 16 active listings in there. 5 have sold since the fire, averaging $209 a foot. 4 are in escrow. Just listed 18329 Clifftop Way, a 6155 square foot lot on this. Now this is the top of the mesa, and this has views back towards the canyon, and you get some out the front of some ocean. Listed for $1.2. Great entry level to get into the Palisades, or Palibu as I love to call it. Here's a good one, 3516 Shore Heights. This is listed, this is a 7601 square foot lot. 1.3. I would note that there is a house right behind this, so you get a little blockage of your views there, but there's some off to the right. And just sold. Oh, this was a buy. 18254 Wakecrest. Amazing view. 6,200 square foot lot. Sold for 1.5. So there are some screaming deals out there. I hope this information has been helpful to you, and if you're looking to find your perfect property, as you can tell, I've got my finger on the pulse of this market. I know the buys to buy. Or if you're thinking of selling, I know how to get the top dollar for your property in this, really different, kind of more turbulent marketplace. I'm glad you watched. Call me if you need my help, and I'll see you next week.